You're listening to Malam Jumaat Podcast with Rizal.
Thank you, Amni, for the introduction. Yes, you're listening to Malam Jumaat Podcast. I'm Rizal, your host, and this is episode number 2. And we have a guest on this episode, Megat Adli. Thank you for coming.
Hey, Assalamualaikum. Terima kasih.
Yes.
Thank you for inviting me to your podcast.
So he's a very, very, how do you say, a bit famous in Twitter Jaya right now. Really? Tak famous ke?
To me lah, I mean, like, fame dalam social media is nothing much to be proud of.
Yeah. Because I first found out about you during the King Coco situation when she tried to make an accent, remember? So that you did you did that 15-second clip. Yes, I remember that. Okay. So from there, it got a lot of traction. You got a lot of artists. So I don't know. I randomly saw your video and then I just automatically followed you. And then the rest is history. Now you're here on my house.
It's a weird beginning. Okay.
Yeah. So how do you feel that when you try to be on Twitter, try to tweet stuff, and people tend to give their their replies? Is it overwhelming from trying being someone who's a nobody, and then somehow everything that you tweet, people are trying to give their thoughts or reply to everything?
Well, to say that, yes, from a nobody, and I still see myself as a nobody. But when it comes to Twitter, now that I have more followings, I tend to be more careful in what I say. Now I get more replies from whatever I'm tweeting, but at most, selalu try nak cakap.
Try to be humble. Try to be as business as usual, like you have less followers before.
At most, I still try to be myself lah.
Yes.
Because I don't take it as something so serious.
Because you're not trying to build another persona like
No.
that.
Most of the time, I try to be myself dalam tu. And whatever you're seeing or whatever you're reading in there, it's still a part of me.
Yes.
Unless I'm acting, I'll make it obvious that that's me just acting. But most of the time, it's just myself.
Yep.
Sebab I see Twitter as a place for me sometimes to rant, sometimes to make new friends.
But the problem is people are trying to butt in and trying to think that they're they think that your tweets are targeting them, thinking like that. That's why I don't know. People are making it so personal about some strangers tweeting, and then they just take offense from nothing to making a big deal out of it. I don't know. That's the problem with social media.
Yeah, that's social media in essence, and it has always been like that. But it's gotten worse in the coming years, even now still. Kalau dalam social media tu selalunya I try to keep it to myself most of the time. Kalau komen pun jarang nak masuk campur sangat dengan masalah-masalah orang lain, because to me that I gain nothing much from it.
Yeah,
I gain nothing much. I don't enjoy butting in to someone's personal problems or anything, unless it's something that
national level,
or it's something that, for example, teaching someone something like this, I think it's not right, and I think I have to say something about it. But most of the time, I rarely target someone personally. To me, nak buat hal sendiri buat lah, lantar. But to me,
So outside of social media, what do you do? I see that you are involved in certain theaters and everything.
Oh, theater.
Yeah. So tell us about your experience in theaters.
My experience in theater. You want the beginning or something?
Yeah, just start.
How I started? Okay.
How it started? Yes.
How I
the
started.
love of theater.
My first ever performance in acting is when I was in high school, when I joined the English club, and that's when I joined my first drama competition. Okay, but where I grew up, saya besar di kawasan luar bandar, kampung. Theater memang tak banyak. Jadi that drama competition alone Yeah, I enjoyed that drama competition. We got second place, but lepas tu dia macam tak ada for a few years sebab orang peserta tak cukup. Dan itulah kalau that was my first ever performance lah. But then I really got into theatre when I entered university. It's when I first joined a theatre club. And for my first year tak banyak for first year tak berlakon pun sebenarnya, but
orang ni lah backstage
je banyak.
Okay.
And jaga makeup dengan baju sebenarnya first.
Busana terbaik.
But then after that first competition, I started joining shows outside. Like buat show kecil-kecil, ada manifestasi puisi, ada sikit-sikit untuk college-college lain, dan daripada situ saya mula jatuh cinta lah dengan teater. Yeah? The process of making a show itself is what made me fall in love with theatre.
How long is it to from the casting until the staging of theatre?
Casting tak ada, tapi panggil audition kalau theatre. Audition. Casting selalunya like
couch casting.
Couch casting. Okay, couch casting tak ada lah.
Tak ada lah.
Audition kalau theatre, kalau theatre
dia akan ada iklan dulu kan, iklan untuk nak buat audition tu.
Kalau very big place akan ada iklan. Tapi selalunya like kalau general place theatre, selalunya kita akan, macam nak cakap, kita panggil orang kita kenal lah. Kita panggil orang kita tahu mampu membawa watak tersebut lah. Tapi yang ada buat audition ada. Proses buat audition tu ditentukan oleh director dengan scriptwriter lah.
Alright.
Okay. Lepas tu, lepas dah dapat pelakon untuk watak tu, akan masuk fasa script reading. After script reading akan masuk fasa latihan. Lama
tak latihan?
Latihan depends. Depends theatre macam mana. Macam generally like around a month, like very small shows around a few weeks. Okay, kalau production yang besar atau production atau show yang besar, dia akan sometimes takes months jugalah, berbulan-bulan juga.
So what's the best venue soalnya kalau macam it's the prestige of the theatre? Is it macam kat DPAC ke, KLPAC ke, Istana Budaya?
To me, kalau nak perform tu mana-mana boleh, tapi kalau nak cakap pasal keselesaan lah, saya rasa setakat ni yang paling selesa saya perform dekat KLPAC lah. KLPAC. And then
ruang dia besar.
Ruang dia besar, ada banyak juga stage. DPAC pun okey.
IB pernah kat IB?
IB pernah tengok je lah.
Pernah tengok je lah. Tapi itu memang tempat betul-betul orang buat show yang besar.
Itu show yang besar.
So sekarang ni theater yang the latest yang you buat tu apa? Something nama cikgu
IQ Rock.
IQ
Rock was last year. It was in November. Okay. And
so care to share the synopsis of the
IQ Rock. IQ Rock ni recall dulu. Dia ceritakan pasal seorang pelajar yang bernama Azim yang berasal daripada kampung Felda. Felda punya general mindset kat situ, dia more towards work. Jadi dia, kebanyakan parents kat situ tak berapa nak tekankan kat pelajaran. Sebab antara mindset dan budaya kat situ ialah asalkan dapat kerja, tak apa. Jadi kat situ tidak ditekankan pelajaran, dan bagi murid-murid ketinggalan kat situ, mereka stay ketinggalan lah. Dan dalam IQ Rock, dia menceritakan tentang seorang guru yang daripada Felda, tapi yang sudah bekerja di luar bandar, kembali ke Felda untuk cuba untuk mengubah mindset ni, supaya pelajar-pelajar di Felda tersebut lebih mementingkan pelajaran.
So the character that you play?
I played Shaha, which is Azim's best friend. Watak sampingan dalam cerita tu.
So what is his characteristics in IQ Rock? His perwatakan
Shaha. Perwatakan Shaha ni basically memang typical budak rempit, budak pemasalah kampung disatukan dalam satu watak lah.
So it's a single dimensional character lah. Kayaknya from start to the end dia tak ada.
Dia banyak berubah juga.
Dia banyak berubah jugalah.
Banyak berubah juga.
Okay. So you're going. That's actually purely macam BM kan? BM.
It's bilingual.
Bilingual.
It's bilingual. Mainly from the main character and the teacher itself.
Okay.
Tapi for Shah it's full Malay.
So cakap rempit habis ni.
Rempit habis lah.
Rempit habis lah.
Tapi dah Negeri Sembilan lah cerita tu. Negeri Sembilan.
Can't imagine kalau rempit lagi
Banyak rempit
banyak
Negeri
rempit. So daripada situ, do you prefer kalau you nak branch out outside macam how do you say, out of the, itu apa kira realism kan, that type of theatre?
That type of theatre.
Kira you nak lepas ni nak buat bangsawan ke, absurd ke?
Oh, itulah.
Ke you memang dah biasa dah, something that it tells the real life?
IQ Rock dia punya acting is realism, tapi dia punya konsep tu more to experimental lah.
Eksperimental
lah.
Okay.
Lakonan realism tu saya selalu buat. Saya jarang, pernah sekali dua berlakon dalam abstract punya, tapi itulah not much lah.
So instead of theatre, you pernah juga buat voice acting, right?
Voice acting, ya pernah.
Buat voice acting tu apa dulu? Is it something a big project atau side project for someone ke?
Kalau side project tu like kira tolong kawan-kawan like dalam nak beri suara dalam trailer atau video tu ke. Tapi kalau yang the biggest so far is dubbing lah. Pernah sekali dubbing for a few seasons untuk this is one kids show untuk Nickelodeon, tajuk dia Regal Academy.
Regal Academy pernah dengar?
Sorry,
pernah dengar tapi tak tengok.
It's a very princessy punya show. Itu kali pertama lah dubbing.
Dubbing from B to BM lah kan?
From English to
BM.
I mean like voice acting tu tak banyak lagi.
Yeah. So talking about subbing and dubbing, this is a short question. Lepas tu kita akan sama balik.
Yeah.
So in anime, do you like subs or dubs?
It depends. It depends. If the dub is amazing, even though it's in English, I would still listen. Okay, unless dub dia like subpar, then I would prefer to hear the original voices of the characters lah.
With the sub kat bawah lah.
Sub bawah tak kisah. Asalkan faham.
So talking about pasal yang tu lah, yang pasal English dengan Japanese. English you sekarang buat master lah sekarang?
Yes, masters.
Masters in?
Masters in Education, English. So sekarang ni kat dalam Twitter juga ramai juga asking you the same question over and over again. So I'm going to make you answer it again here. Okay.
How to be proficient in English? How to speak good English, at least passable English?
Passable English ya. Okay, saya sendiri pun bahasa Inggeris bukannya bahasa pertama saya. I mean like I still mainly speak in bahasa Melayu. But if you want to be at the very least proficient in English, you have to at the very try, practice, cuba, jangan takut. Jangan takut buat silap. Saya kecil-kecil dulu pun bukannya hebat bahasa Inggeris pun. Saya where I grew up, I think no one really speaks in English. Only me and a few kids. So how I practice was I speak to my little brother and I speak to myself sometimes. Okay, I like to watch TV, and there's those those cartoons where they like to make all those weird voices, and then I start to like mimic them.
Yes.
And that's where I get my speech pattern from. Okay.
So from there, do you the vocabulary? Does it come from reading or does it come from
reading, watching, gaming? Yes.
So do you like have a dictionary next to you? Like if you don't know
yes.
the word,
one of my habits is when I found or encounter a new word that I don't understand or I don't know how to use, I would normally go to I open a dictionary when I was small. But now since I have a smartphone, it's just simple. You just type in the word and then you highlight it and then select definition. And then the internet will straight away provide you with the meaning.
Okay. So I have a question for you. How important is grammar? As in from the written form and also spoken, verbal?
Okay, grammar. Okay, if you're a Malaysian in Malaysia, to me, as long as your grammar capabilities orang faham, itu dah kira pas. It's good enough for me. Okay? I don't. Even as a teacher myself, I don't expect everyone to speak like perfect English sampai dengar bunyi macam orang putih tak ada. Selagi perkataan yang cuba disampaikan, as long as the message gets through to your listener, it's good enough. Okay, sebab kita kena ingat kat sini majority pun bahasa Melayu dan English is still a second language. So as long as you can understand what people are saying, and as long as you are able to reply, and as long as you can get your message through to the other side, and I think that's good enough.
Okay. So you have a penchant on making videos on Twitter regarding this English pronunciation, and also just then reciting poems, right, on Twitter. So I see that some people are taking it positively,
Alright.
and they are alhamdulillah lah. Hopefully, I don't know if people are saying that, teruknya English dia. Tak ada pula kan. So do you think that type of videos will indirectly help other people try to, take that first step in trying to speak English so that they don't feel embarrassed if they make a mistake? Because, mistakes, how do you say that thing? Practice makes perfect. Yes. Practice makes perfect.
Yes. Well, at first I made those videos because it was for fun. I never really thought about it like how it's gonna impact those who's gonna watch it. But over the years, ada beberapa orang yang datang cakap terima kasih kerana ini memberikan saya, it gave them confidence to speak more in English, and it warms me up.
Yes.
It warms me up definitely. To me, if it serves, if it managed to serve that macam berikan impact yang sebegitu, then bagus lah. I'll keep making them lah.
Yeah.
Sometimes lah when I have the mood for it.
I think because it's an informal way to teach people so they can digest it instead of being in a formal, like in a classroom. So it doesn't feel it doesn't feel boring because it's done in, how do you say, in modern format. I guess maybe from videos, maybe from YouTube, so that it's easily digestible. You can learn it anywhere. Get it?
True.
So it's not in a classroom. There's a formal. You have a teacher in front with a white or blackboard. I don't know what time right now. Do you use white blackboards right now?
Yeah, it's white. It's whiteboards now.
Wow, racist. Also, sorry, just messing with you. I mean,
It used to be green boards.
yeah, green boards. I don't know what we call blackboard. So yeah, I mean, I think from there people actually can just open up. Also social media is important right now, right? Because people just open it, and then not only they just entertain themselves, they learn something new. Especially when they learn how to pronounce certain words that they only can read, but they don't know how to pronounce it. And I think that's something good. I mean, remember Cikgu Zach?
Yeah, Cikgu Zach.
Cikgu
Yeah, I
Zach.
remember that.
So that type of videos is what people like because it's easy, it's short. It's not 40 minutes or 30 minutes class. So it's just like a 20 seconds, say this word, blah blah blah, and then this is how you pronounce it. But then I do remember there's some problems with you, right? Because some people had, this is not the correct accent on certain words. I remember that. What was it? What was that? The word, I forgot the word, but then people were like
Tepung, flour.
Flower, yes. People like flower or flower. Like, come on, man, tepung nah. Aduh. People, I don't know. People are see the outrage in social media. Even
I don't know.
Flower.
The more simpler the word. Okay, bila perkataan tu semakin ringkas, bila dibetulkan, nampak macam lebih ringkas perkataan itu, lebih marah orang apabila diperbetulkan. Kadang kalau perkataan tu macam lebih complicated sikit, macam let's say vegetable. Okay, vegetable. Itu pun sebenarnya tak complicated pun. But that word bila dia ajar orang ditemu dengan lebih positif. But somehow like macam perkataan Wednesday, Rabu, flower, okay. Mereka akan, macam nak cakap sebab Memang betul ada sebutan banyak, tapi yang saya ajar tu sebutan rasmi.
Yalah. Kau tak tahulah kata ni bukan accent. Lepas tu, I don't know. Then what the hell, man? You want to say in every accent in the world just to cater for your language accent, original accent? Like, come on.
Tapi kalau macam masalah accent salah ni, selalunya yang akan berdebat tu orang yang kebanyakan orang yang bukan daripada negara yang di mana English tu first language lah. Macam negara kita mana English tu second language. Jadi kita belajar perkataan tu sebutan daripada banyak sources. Ada orang belajar daripada TV, like British punya show. Ada orang belajar daripada American punya show. Ada orang dengar daripada like Irish punya movie lah. They fluent, you know.
Scottish.
Scottish,
they have a frog in their throat.
Yeah, my Scottish accent is really
I don't know.
I tak berani.
Tu tak berani. Ask Sean Connery. Because we're talking about accents right now, there was this article, I think from gaming website called Kotaku United Kingdom, the Kotaku UK, where there was you know Super Smash Bros, right? The game.
I've watched it a lot. I've never played the game.
You watch people play the game, but you don't play the game. Yeah, because there's this DLC character called Joker from Persona 5 who went into the Super Smash Bros roster, the characters. So there's this song that accompanies the character, and it was sung by a Japanese person. I forgot. I didn't listen. I think it's a lady, I guess. And then in an English lyrics, English lines, and the Japanese person was singing the song, and then there's this one word that the journalist got. I think she got it wrong, or she misheard the lyrics. Said it was a disability slur, but when you look at the lyrics again, it doesn't make any sense. So the word in itself is retarded. So, but then
what was it supposed to be?
I do not know. Let's be nice. Let's play, and then the word retarget or maybe retort it, but it's not retarded because it doesn't make sense. Do you tell someone like let's be happy, let's play, retarded?
Okay, that doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense, right?
Especially in a game like Super Smash
Bros. Yeah, Nintendo of all.
Family friendly game company.
Yes. And then she made the article without getting a response or a comment from Atlas, the developer that made Super Smash Bros. And also Nintendo themselves. But then the backlash was so bad that they said that, well, actually, I don't know that what word is it. It's how I heard the lyrics, something like that. So the problem here, like I said, is pronunciation. Yes. But then also the journalist also not being patient enough to get a comment from Atlas about the lyrics of the song. I mean,
I think that's typical modern day journalism.
Yeah.
As long as you can get as long as you can get a hot and spicy title where everyone's gonna comment.
Yes.
And that's where they thrive. Plus, when it comes to that, I don't think it's a really big problem.
Yep.
Okay. To me, yes, pronunciation is important. That's why I always say if you want to learn a word, at the very least, you must know the official pronunciation of that certain word, so that whatever you say, people might not misinterpret what you're going to say. Like as for the Japanese singer, I don't think it's much of a big problem. I think from the way you say it, I guess the singer itself is not like a very proficient English speaker, so that's how she interpreted the word. Okay, so she spoke it that way. Okay, it's her fault in that sense, but it's not like an intended fault. It's not like she wanted to say retarded. Okay, it's just I think it's pronounced this way. So
maybe it's retarget or retort it.
Retarget would sound
Yes.
would make more sense. More
yes.
sense in a game like that.
But not retarded.
Not retarded.
Let's
So-
be nice. Retarded.
Yeah, and journalism's at the very least. I don't know. Journalism sekarang, do they do research or like interview the person first before they make the title, or they
not.
just straight away attack them,
Yes.
just so that you could get an issue
And then
going?
there's a disclaimer at the
Oh.
at the end. Like I said, disclaimer. We're waiting for the comment and response from Nintendo and Atlas. Then wait for the damn comment first before writing the article in the first place. I don't get it.
That's social media journalism
Yes.
for you. Kalau boleh,
Write it first.
write it first, think later.
Yes, think later. But thank God in Malaysia, our gaming journalism here is quite good. There's no outrage or anything
Yeah,
yet.
that's cool,
Yes.
that's cool.
Because I have friends who are in gaming journalism, Gamer Malaya, Gamer Matters is the English one. Axis, Najmi is in it, and also Jom Gaming. So I have a lot of friends there, and I read their articles. Good. At least they're focusing on the game themselves rather than the political,
political correctness,
political
things.
correctness, and also the SJW agendas on gaming. Yes, I mean at least they're talking about gaming.
Yeah,
Just gaming.
I can notice that nowadays I'm seeing more and more political correctness in gaming articles. Like people are getting too serious in whatever
Yes.
people are doing in gaming. To me,
Like having an easy mode from this new game Sekiro. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
the difficulty thing.
Yes.
I think I first heard it from Dark Souls.
Yes.
Dark Souls, and then it resurfaced again when Cuphead.
Cuphead.
Cuphead went in.
I remember that. I think there's that journalist who didn't get past the tutorial.
Yeah,
Oh
I've
my
seen that video.
God.
It's not that the game. It's not that the tutorial was hard. It's just that
No, I think the problem is here.
he was bad at gaming. That's all.
It says there, jump and then press A to dash in mid-air. That means you press jump first and then you press A. I think that journalist or whoever it is
I
that's
think
behind that,
that's-
he pushed the two buttons at the same time. He jumped and A, jump A, jump A. That's why he couldn't go past. That's why he couldn't dash. I tried it the first time. He says,
I
jump.
don't think that's a very confusing instruction, right?
Right,
It's a
yes.
very direct
Right.
and simple direction.
Yes.
It's just press jump and press
Press
the other
A
button
to
to
dash
dash forward. I
forward.
mean, I guess and for the mechanics, the gameplay mechanics for Cuphead is not that complicated too.
It's a side shooting.
It's a side shooting game. It's like a more complicated version of Mario.
Yes.
And I think
Contra, actually.
the closest to that is Mega Man and
Yes,
Contra.
Mega Man, Contra, yes.
Man and Contra, where you have jump
Yeah.
and you can dash at the same time.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, like those were the title that I mentioned just now. Those were like old titles, I guess.
Yes.
And if you fail to do that, I guess I don't think he played those games
Yes.
before. Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. I think it's because it's gaming has become so mainstream and so popular. Because before this, I don't want to generalize, but I think it's come from my experience. That before this, gaming was like for the nerds, for those introverts,
I don't
and then
know,
when
man.
it comes so popular, so big, and then we have the Dota, the LoLs, the Mobile Legends, and then it becomes this hip, trendy to become gamers. So these people like trying to jump on the bandwagon. Like it becomes I don't know. I think
The
that's
non-gamers.
the non-gamers,
I
yeah.
see.
Kind of like Twitch thoughts. They don't play the games, they just twerk in front of the webcams.
Easy money,
Easy
bro.
money,
Make
yeah.
it rain.
Yeah.
To me, difficulty in gaming. As far as I remember, one of the first few games I played was Super Mario, and even Super Mario itself it's not an easy game. Back then, it's like you have a limited amount of lives, and you have to go through all the levels to finish. I mean,
There's a shortcut.
there were shortcuts, but the game itself is still not easy.
Yeah, because when it involves like timing your jumps. Actually,
Gaming back then wasn't easy. There were
it's more to platforming.
platforming games was never easy, and if it's too easy, people might get bored with it. And even like game, even like the like very very old games like Tetris and all. Even those games are simple, but they're not easy.
Tetris, I think it becomes because the speed as you progress, the speed goes faster
as the
and
level
faster.
goes,
Yes.
the speed goes faster. Yes.
Yes. Pong, actually,
Pong, I
the
think
very first game. Yeah.
yeah, I never played the first one, but I think I played it on phones. Those Pong games.
Yes.
I mean, those games were simple.
Yes.
Okay, those were simple games, but there are difficult games too, and I think that's patutnya jadi issue pun,
It's not
because
an issue. It's a non-issue.
for most games these days you can choose the difficulties.
Yes.
Okay, and there are certain games that was made like it's meant to be difficult, like Dark Souls,
Bloodborne, Sekiro,
Bloodborne, Neo, Sekiro,
Tenchu.
Those are games that are made with the intent to make it difficult.
Yes.
So people shouldn't complain.
People play it for the challenge.
Yeah, those were challenging games, and
Yes.
those who want to play it wants to have a challenging time.
Yes. If you don't want to play, because like I said, I think my friend Borhan, I think you already know who Borhan is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
Chill
he
guy.
he already said that because it's something popular. Playing Sekiro is popular, so they don't want to they don't want to get behind from other people who are playing it. So they want to jump on that challenging games also. Like I said.
like the old saying, get good, man.
Yeah, just get good.
Just get good, man.
There are like
if-
countless videos.
If the game is difficult and you think it's not enjoyable for you, it's not like the end of the world. We
Yes.
have
Hundreds of other games.
of other titles for you to
Yes.
play, man. And when you say that the game was not made easy for them to play, that's just showing that you're just
Yep.
there to join the bandwagon, and you're not really there to play, right?
Yep.
If you want to play simpler games,
Go
you have a lot-
ahead.
you have a lot of Nintendo
Yes.
games, right?
Yep.
Family friendly.
Super Mario
games.
Kart.
Yes, Super Mario Kart.
Super Mario Party.
Yeah, a lot of other games that you can play that is
Yes.
not meant to be difficult. Okay, you want
Yes.
chill games? They are chill games.
games.
Okay? But those games like Bloodborne,
Sekiro,
those were
yeah.
games that's meant for the hardcore.
Yes.
Okay, you can't really complain. That.
Yep. And they get called being purists or whatever. I don't
What's
know.
a purist?
Someone who doesn't like the game being altered because they wanted an easy mode for Sekiro, so they are against it. So they're calling these people who are the good players like they're just purists. They just want the game as it is without being changed, without having a difficulties, everything.
Oh, I see.
I don't know.
I mean, if you want to complain too much about difficulty, how about you make your own
Game.
then?
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Make
There
your
you
own
go.
damn game.
There you go. It's not like the game is bad.
Yes.
The game is still selling.
Yep.
If you can't play it and then you think that you're not enjoying the game, no worries.
No worries.
There are other titles
Yep.
for you to play.
Okay, so let's go to I think our last topic before we end this episode because we're already running at 32 minutes. No worries, guest episodes can go longer than 30 minutes because
Okay,
there's a
okay.
guest in it.
Ah,
So
chill,
I don't
chill.
know. Let's go to something serious.
All right.
So
Bit more
in
serious.
the bit more serious in the wake of the Notre Dame fire.
Yeah, the recent
Yeah,
flames.
the flames on it, fires. Okay, after that, there was this a lot of articles coming out saying that when it's time to rebuild the Notre Dame Cathedral, they're saying that they don't want it to be like a place of worship anymore, but something of like a museum or a public space where people can meet up. And then they're giving like some reasons, like the people who are Catholics, who are practicing Catholics in France are decreasing. So they said that it's such a waste of buildings, a space in a cathedral to do it as a house of worship only. So they're trying to make it. And also there's like this article, maybe from Rolling Stones or whatever, I don't know. They talked about they want to build it in a modern the what do you call the rooftops and everything that was burnt down. They want to build it back, but in a modern sense, but not to keep up with the original plan of the Gothic. I think it's Gothic, right? It's called a Gothic type of building.
The Goth era.
The
forgot
Gothic.
I forgot the
the Gothic type of cathedral. So my question to you is, but also I'm gonna give my thoughts and opinions about
Yeah,
it.
cool.
Do you think about when these types of things happen, like when the historical buildings has gone beyond repair, or it got burned down or whatever, do you think that we, as here in the modern era, should just let it be, let people rebuild it as the original plan, like it was meant to be like 900 years ago for the Notre Dame Cathedral? Or do you think that the building has to go with the times and we have to retrofit and modernize the building itself?
Okay, from I can think, those buildings, what I say, iconic buildings, right, from the past.
Iconic, historical.
Very iconic building from the past. It's a historical building. So if it were to be damaged, okay, I guess for us, the modern time, the modern people, we should try our best to preserve it the way, like the way it was. Even though it's badly
Damaged,
badly damaged
burned,
now,
yes.
badly burnt now. I mean, yes, to recreate the look from 900 years ago is extremely difficult because their architecture punya
Point of view.
their sense of artistic value is different.
Yes.
Different from now. I guess it's difficult to imitate. But because it's an iconic building from the past and it's a church, right?
Yes,
It's
cathedral.
It's a cathedral. I mean, it means a lot towards everyone from that place. All right. So if it's damaged, I mean, if you want to rebuild it, at the very least, try to make it as original as possible. I mean, I don't see the point of making old buildings new. Okay, because that building itself is a reminder of people from that past.
Yes.
Okay, and we might not even get something like that again in the future. Okay, now I don't have problems with modern buildings, but I admire how old buildings were built. Okay, the intention to details, the craft, the art itself within the structure is something that modern people can never imitate. Okay, so let's say if you want to rebuild it, at the very least, try to make it look as authentic as how it was back then as possible, I guess.
Yeah. You just said whatever I was just gonna say. So I didn't think the thoughts are pretty the same. Yeah, and also, if it's originally a cathedral, make it a cathedral. Make it a house of worship. Don't make it a public space. Don't make it like a museum. Because there are a lot of people.
If you want to make it as a I think that it's original. It's a cathedral.
Yes.
In original, right? If you want to make it a place for a visit, I think it's fine, but just put it on one small section, right beside the cathedral itself, not turning the whole place into a place where people could like turn it into something else. Right?
Yep.
Because it's a church, it's a place of religion, so I think people should respect that.
Yes.
Okay, and if you want to make it like a more public space, maybe add in a few parts on out, like for example,
For tourists.
for the outside part, for tourists to come and visit, but not turning the whole place into a completely different place.
A non-religious building. Because that's what people are so angry about when they see some tweets from these atheists, non-religious people. Yeah, when they say that it brings like a negative connotation in the past about you know about Catholics and their stereotypes, right? About altar boys and everything, those stuff. I don't want to go that because it's disgusting. So something like that is very unfair. There's an injustice towards like. Just because there are some bad apples from people who are like bishops or the pastors or whatever, doesn't mean it shows the religion or the place of the Notre Dame itself is not
true.
Yeah,
true. I think in any group there would be a bad apple.
Yes,
within those groups. Okay, it doesn't matter. Like I mean, like whatever religious group you have. I mean, Islamic, Catholic. Buddhism,
well, whatever.
There's bound to be a bad apple in it because at the end of the day we're just humans.
Yes.
And I can't seem to relate. I mean, like when we're talking about Notre Dame, right? We're talking about the building itself. Why you want to pull in like those religious people into it?
Yes.
I mean, like, just look at Notre Dame as Notre Dame. You want to rebuild Notre Dame, and why are you trying to justify changing it into something else just because you see the religious people out there,
Yep.
or whoever is conducting that place as bad people, and try to use that to change the way Notre Dame should look like now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe people are not really appreciating history because I think we're looking so forward to the future that
I guess it's from how I see nowadays, people are appreciating less of the past. Right? When it comes to the word modern, to me, if you want to go forward, you, at the very least, bring the past with you.
Yes.
Never forget where you start. Never forget how we were. Never forget how we used to be. Because to me, to be modern is to
improve.
But
never forget about your past.
It's to improve, not to disconnect yourself from the past, but to bring your past towards the future and making it better in certain ways. Okay.
So I think that's all for this episode. Thank you.
Yeah, how many minutes?
It's already 40 minutes in. So before we end this episode,
all right, sure.
Like before this, when I was in my previous podcast, I call it a shameless plug.
What's
Meaning
this?
you now is the time for you to promote anything.
Shameless plug.
It's not a shameless plug. You have to find somewhere. Promote yourself. There you go.
Promote myself.
Promote yourself. So you want to promote your social media, or you have any any projects near that you have a theaters or whatever you want to talk about. Right now would be a good time.
Okay, shameless plug. I have nothing to promote.
Come on, your Twitter, maybe your Instagram, or maybe some projects. I don't know, theaters. Are you acting somehow, or do you have a project? Is it super
in all
secret?
honesty, my last show was IQ-Rock, and I've been on a break ever since because I'm trying to look for a proper job for myself.
Okay.
And other than that, I'm not really doing any sort of personal business or anything. So yeah. Okay. So, what to promote? Okay, just follow my Instagram or Twitter at The Fun Size Guy, and
It's the same, right? All small letters?
all small letters.
Okay.
All right. That's it. Nothing much.
So that's all for the second episode of Malam Jumaat Podcast.
Had fun.
So before we go to the outro, where we listen to Amni's beautiful voice for the outro.
All right.
So also follow me on Twitter at Lord Rizal.
Yeah. Don't forget to follow. Don't forget to follow Mr. Rizal's
Twitter.
podcast, Malam Jumaat Podcast. Okay.
Yep. And also on Instagram, I'll just put that in the description box below.
Okay.
And you can follow this. You can subscribe this channel on YouTube, Malam Jumaat Podcast. Also on
Cool.
BitChute. It's like an alternative to YouTube. If anything happens on YouTube, there's also BitChute in it. And Anchor FM. This is for the audio form only. So it doesn't you if you don't want to your data to be chomped off by opening YouTube for almost 45 minutes, so you can just listen to Anchor FM /Malam-Jumaat-Podcast. Ooh la la. So yes, thank you. That's all. Thank you,
All right.
Megat Adli,
Thank you. I appreciate
for coming to the second
Appreciate
episode
this.
of Malam Jumaat Podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see you in the future episodes.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay, that's it for this episode. Take it away, Amni.
Thank you for listening to Malam Jumaat Podcast. Did you enjoy this episode? Give it a like and click the subscribe button to support this channel. Don't forget to click the bell to allow notification so you'll never miss a new episode. See you on the next episode of Malam Jumaat Podcast. Goodbye.